Hello and welcome back to Gameplay. Technically, I'm your host. Today we are back in 7 Days to Die. And first of all, I want to let everybody know that my new series is out. Link in the description. It is a quick biome progression series in preparation for the new biome progression mechanics. So check it out as I kind of challenge myself a bit more than we're used to over here. This is more of a chill stream. That other one is more of a let's see what we can get done stream. And speaking of what we can get done, oh, that's a big miss. That's enough out of you. Speaking of things that we can get done, I'm kind of thinking that I want to give this base another try. I want to do another blood moon in this base. So I've been reviewing the footage as I edit it, and I'm realizing that there's a few things that I think I did wrong here. First of all, probably all of this should be cement. Secondly, I should probably just get rid of this bridge. I think this bridge is maybe somehow providing a path or somehow leading the zombies to believe that they should attack this structure, which is what they did, right? Or maybe it was just a cobblestone. Either way, we'll try both of those things because that was one of the main issues, that I couldn't focus on blowing up the Zeds because they were busy tearing into the space. There's also the fact that we have the tunnel in there. All of that might have contributed to them attacking the space. The cheesy pillars, I think, were cheesy, and I think they're not working. I think there's a better way to do this. I've been goofing around with it's like a well-known kind of exploit where you use the wedge block, this one here, to create a path by putting it a specific way. You guys will see. I'm going to try to get this set up this episode, but essentially we're going to put these blocks here to create a path to try to get across. We'll make a ladder, I don't know, somewhere around here, and they'll try to get to that ladder. Maybe even just these ladders. They'll try to get to those to get up into our space, but they won't be able to because there's just going to be a big gap for them here. Although I think there's going to be some adjustment we have to do here. And in total, it's not going to be pretty, but it should work. Yeah, I'm realizing that what I would need to do is I need this to be a 4x4, not a 3x3. So we're going to see how that works for us. Additionally, I want to do this because I want some more time to get ready for the snow biome. I have a base that I'm working on that's using also this wedge block trick, but it's going to take a lot of concrete, and I want to give myself time to build up that concrete because we're going to need a ton of it. We're also going to need a pretty decent amount of steel, and we don't have a lot of steel. Okay, what I want to see is what our stock of iron pipe is, and it's pretty low because we're going to want some more handlebars because we need money. We need big money. Oh, we did craft some pipe. It looks like we thought ahead and we did do that. So actually, we're going to take this opportunity to craft some handlebars. We can only do 11. Okay, let's do 5 on one, 6 on the other. It's not a lot of money. It's a little over 4K, I think, in Dukes. So not nothing, but not anything special. And we're gonna scrap some of the weaker batteries. In fact, we can do all of these. We're just gonna dump them into the forge. Well, there's no room for them right now, so we'll just put them here. And we will get the lead out of them because we're gonna need bullet tips. Let's see, we got a bit of ammunition here. More wrenches that we need to disassemble. Oh, I think I hear a friend. Unbelievable. Okay, and let's get some of this cement going here. Get an even number, 968. Let's get our sand and our stone. What is that, 480? Somewhere around there. 488. 484. We were close. All right, we're gonna get this concrete going. So I'm thinking for the snow base, so I'm trying to really cut down on the amount of cement I'm gonna need in my testing, but in my initial build, my first iteration, it was about 12,000 concrete. So we're probably not gonna use that much. Gonna try to have it down to maybe like 8,000, somewhere around there, but it's still a significant amount of concrete. Not a cheap base, definitely. Could use further iteration, further refinement, but it is what it is for now. Okay, for this, let's do a few more iron pipes just to make sure this is doing work. Let's do 100 forged steel, and let's do 100. Actually, can we? Do we have the opportunity? No points available. Oh man, we don't have any advanced engineering. What am I doing here? Look at that, 20% faster crafting at the forge. We need this immediately. That is a shame. That is a shame on our part. Okay, we gotta wait for the handlebars to build before we can really do anything. Might be a good time to harvest some more vehicles. Yeah, let's do that. Let's wait for the cement to build because we're gonna need some of it to kind of figure this out here, and maybe beef up the support base. So let's also grab a mission because we're behind on that. It will give us 4,700 for the mini bike handlebars. Excellent. And in exchange, we can, oh, definitely buy this forge ahead. This is a little expensive, but let's buy these 3. Bandages are always good to buy. In my opinion, I don't think it's worth spending all that cloth on them. See, cobblestone, definitely. Cement, definitely. And with what we have left over, probably buy this iron, buy this brass, and finish off with some books that we want. Okay, we can do the SMG quality 1. We still need our Magnum. I will probably try to do maybe like a level 3 Magnum. And then definitely gonna hold out for a level 6 SMG. And then did the farming just because well, that was probably a waste, but we did it. So really what we need is living off the land more than anything else. But before that, we definitely need to put points into advanced engineering because we need to move quickly with our crafting here. This is way too slow. This is taking a million years essentially, and we don't have that time. No, we didn't even grab a mission from Bob. Okay, Bob, what do you got? Okay, he's got a fetch nearby.
I could sure use some
Oh, at the super savage country. Okay, let's see if we can grab a little food and then we'll head out. We can harvest a few vehicles along the way. We got 1 stew ready. Who's that? Oh man, I don't have time for this. We're busy. Oh, I just smacked the shit out of my bike. Don't do that. Okay. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. An interesting little loot bag there. Might not be a bad idea to bring some painkillers with us. And maybe even some fort bites. We can leave them in our bike. No, we maxed out armor up. It's always the first one you max out. Alright, now we're ready to go. We'll go and do this fetch mission. It'll give us a little time to wait for the concrete to finish. We'll then go ahead and start beefing up the support platform and reorganizing the pit so that it makes sense. I'm trying to figure out how to make it work, and the designs that I had thought of really accounts for a 4x4, or rather a 4x3. We can make that work. We'll figure it out. I think we're good. I think I'm overthinking it, but it's what I do. I think and overthink. All right. Hey, look at this. Long time no see, huh? Last time we were here, we were getting clobbered by a few ferals, but I think we'll manage today. Normally, I'd say it's probably worth double dipping, but not today. We want to hurry up. Oh, we finished a few. We need to redeem these. Wow. Okay. Okay, let's do it this time. I think we can grab ourselves, let's do a few hatches. And some spikes just in case. Keep our axe with us just in case. Okay. Although I don't really see a big opportunity to use... Yeah, this is all opened up. So we're going to just have to deal with what comes at us. So I think what we'll do is we'll create a point to retreat here. Don't have any cobblestone. Didn't think that far ahead, did we? Nope, we sure didn't. Okay. So we're bound to trigger something pretty soon. If I recall correctly, there were some Zeds in here. Hiding, being all weird and sneaky. There's some cobblestone, actually. Yeah, that's enough cobblestone to upgrade this. I forget, do we... I think we don't make noise over this. It's hard to keep track of which perks we've gotten in each game. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and back up and wait for what comes. And really, we could just go upstairs and do our fetch, but I do want to get some bow parts. Pretty sure one of these is going to be a feral. Yep, there he is. A lot of lockpicks at the Savage Country. Don't think I'd noticed that before. Is that a screamer? Sure is. Crap, 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 crap. Get up here. Come on. Oh, they are burning through this. Crap. Okay. Ooh, we are in trouble. Oh, we are in big trouble. Okay, we ran over that. We ran over the vulture. So we have a little bit of positive news. Oh, crap. There's another one, though. Let's see, can we make this jump? Crap. We need a medical kit right away. Not that guy. Okay, we are surrounded by irradiateds. No, we just can't catch a break here at the Savage Country. Wow! Incredible. She is a powerhouse. We have way too many. Ah, shit. Okay, she is down. We got one more irradiated. Wow, that was interesting. Okay, now we're encumbered. All right, let's see. We got a point now. So I guess there goes advanced engineering. Okay, into advanced engineering. Let's go ahead and deal with this guy. That was a lot. All right, and the big gal can hit. Not really. All right, we have forfeited our time, I think, due to that screamer. So we're gonna cheese this in the interest of time. There it is. And we'll just come back and do this Savage Country some other time. Yeah, burned through quite a bit of 7.62 dealing with them. Not what I was hoping for, but hey, sometimes you sometimes you hit the Savage Country and sometimes the Savage Country hits back. In this case, we are 0 for 2 on the Savage Country, but we have survived. So I'm wondering if that screamer showed up because we're generating heat. Like, are we still on the same chunk over there? It isn't very far, but I actually don't know the size of a chunk, right? I figured we're generating heat here, but not over there, but who knows? With our luck, we're about to get another screamer. Yeah, those 4 bites we had in our bike would have been useful in my hand, not not sitting in my bike.
It ain't bragging if you done it. Here's your pay.
Now, you know what? I think there should be an opportunity for another beaker, but what if there isn't? All right, we'll go ahead and take it just in case. Oh, and perfect. That's right. We completed some challenges. Lumberjack Slayer. Hell yeah, we'll take the grenades. We are going to buy a few things here, just in case we can't build them later. We're going to buy 4 switches. We could use some relays. He's only got the electric timer relays. Okay, we'll see if he updates later. Yeah, this was a waste of, of good meat. Jeez. Okay. Well, we need to eat something. Better off probably just scavenging yucca. And actually we can re-queue all of these, since we now can craft it a little faster due to our point in advanced engineering. How much faster? 20%. Then we gain a bonus to workbenches and cement mixtures. Then we reduce the cost. Oh, this is, yeah, we got to get into this quick. Okay, let's grab our new concrete and let's do some upgrades. Okay, let's get some more cement mixing. We're gonna do a bit of farming just because we're in pretty desperate need of potatoes. We'll do potatoes and corn for now, so let's go ahead and just get that started. It shouldn't take us too long anyway, and we have the space up here. Wow, only took us what, 38 days to put down our first our first farm plot. Pretty impressive, I think. All right, that way we don't have to go anywhere we don't have to head back to Rex to do any purchasing. Okay, let's see if we can make some more handlebars while we wait. Do another 12. All right. Okay, and like I said, I think we're just gonna remove this. We will put down just another ladder here. And that should do it to get us across. I guess one here as well. That's looking a little ridiculous now. Okay, so another thing we need to check. We can do an iron garage door. Okay, that's exactly what we need. And it is a 3x2. We are not properly configured for this, but it will have to do. Because what we need is 4 spaces total. But we can make that work. It's not going to be pretty, but it'll work. Trying to think, maybe I should prepare a little bit more for this. That way we spent as little time as possible with the pit open. Because we've also got to do work on the pit. And that's going to suck a bit, but it is what it is. Let's see, I think I know what we're doing here. Let's lay down a frame and maybe I can explain what's going on. It's going to be like this. 1, 2, and 3. And similarly, 1, 2, and 3. I'm wondering if I should just go back further this way. Yeah, let's do this. So the idea is the zombies are still going to come in this way. And they're going to walk over this pit to try to get to a ladder that's going to be hidden away in here. That also means probably need to remove at least some of this. Because we're going to need the space, which luckily doesn't seem to be too bad. We're burning through it pretty fast. Okay, so that's giving us an idea of what we need to do here. This needs to go a bit higher. Yeah, we might have to just take the whole thing down. So just to kind of explain what's going to happen is that garage door we're looking at, that's a 2x3, right? So it's going to take up this space. The point of it is to be open the entire time and leading into the pit. And actually we do have to move it forward, don't we? Because otherwise we have to adjust the pit. So actually let's do this. Let's get rid of this. That way it all fits more or less neatly over the pit. More or less. We're going to have to do a bit of work. But I think this will be functional. Here we go. So let's do this. So this, imagine this is a 3x2 garage door. The point of it is to remain open so that the Zeds are going to think there's a path. They're going to bunch up against here and then fall down into the pit. Same thing on this side. They're going to try to do that because we're going to have a ladder on this side. We're going to cement all of this off so that they can't access it. And so they'll be trying to get to the ladder here to get up to where we are. But what they'll be doing is just climbing into the pit. So rather than having those weird little poles, they're just, we're exploiting a different aspect rather than those poles is what we're doing. And I think that's going to work a lot better. I also think that they're going to be less likely to be trying to attack the support base. We're also going to go into the support base and probably fill up a bit of the space in there so it's not just hollow, because I'm sure that contributed to the issue. So I'm thinking if there's time, we might even shift this hole over just kind of a half block to put it more centered here. That way I can drop my grenades down more effectively. That'll be kind of a much later on goal. Don't think it's worth putting in all that effort just yet. Gotta see how well this is gonna work first. I mean, it's gotta work pretty much. We don't have another choice. Okay, let's see. Take a look real quick to see what it looks like. Yeah, you see it's off kilt, so we would want it to be over a bit. Well, there's not really an option for that. It's just gonna have to be here. It's fine. It's ugly, but it'll work. And so then what we do here. So let's go ahead and just sketch this out with some frames. Because currently I don't have an idea exactly of how to do it, but I think that should work. And I'm guessing this is going to have to be a double wall to make sure that the Zeds don't try to bust through. You know what? Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. This is a waste of resources. I think what we can do is just close it off here. It'll still be a double wall, but we don't need to do all of this. And I guess what we'll do is we'll just peel this all off. So we can make this jump. Not very well, but we can do it. They won't be able to. And I think that should work. I guess we could put these half blocks all the way to the top. We're also going to need a way of stopping them from stacking. Okay, I think this should prevent any shenanigans, because they'll kind of bunch up here and they might pile up. That should stop them from getting too high up. Let's check on our cement, and then we'll go harvest some wood. Okay, we're gonna let this build up a little bit more. Right now it's fine. Let's eat our soggy meat. Probably just gonna go through all of it. We'll have to wait on those potatoes. Okay, let's go ahead and harvest some wood then. Actually, we might gather a bit of stone as well. Alright, we cleared that mound for about, I don't know, close to 6,000 stone. Let's get a few more trees and then we'll head back. Yeah, let's get back. I can't believe it's... We're on day 39. We're already nearing the next blood moon. It is an endless struggle. Okay, well, we should be able to get this up and running before day 42. Oh, we got rid of this in our frustration. I think we got rid of this hole, didn't we? There it is. There's the hole. Okay. All right. We did already. Looks like we already kind of filled it in a bit though, so that should be fine. Let's just make sure there's a ladder for us to get back up, because we're gonna take a look inside and take a look at kind of what mess we have here, and it is a pretty significant mess. Oh, sprained leg already. Okay, we do have to fill this in though with something, and I'm thinking that something might be, I think we can do wood, cobblestone, concrete, and then I'm thinking we might do like a steel cup inside. So let's go ahead and just get some of this done. So I think for this first layer, it's just going to be plywood. We just need to fill it in so it's not hollow. In fact, we really probably don't. But I'll do this as kind of a platform to start with. 1, 2, and 11, 15. So that gives us 2 layers to work with. And as was mentioned in a comment, I didn't actually build this far enough down so that the fall wouldn't cause the zombies to go into area damage mode. So that's something we can resolve here. So if we're 15 down here, we do cobblestone, concrete, and then steel. I think that should be okay. This is to deal with demos, and really we're probably only going to be able to deal with, I think with steel you can do 2 explosions, and with concrete you can do 1. So we can have 3 demos blow up on us before we're in trouble. Which is probably not going to be enough for us. We still have to work from upstairs down to kind of figure out where we're supposed to be. So let's get back upstairs. Okay, so the sticking point is here because we have to crack this open. So let's do just that gap. Okay, that's looking like what we want. Let's go ahead and dig out this side. And this side is already dug out. So this is kind of what we want. We want both of these gaps to fall all the way through. We're going to have to get rid of the ledge we have here. And then the steel door will, or rather the garage door that we're going to build is going to fit right here. And then we'll have a ladder probably just heading straight up here with a hatch up top. It'll just be an easy path for them to take that they will never be able to make. And I suppose this looks like the final design. I think this is what we're going to use. So I think we can go ahead and start doing some upgrades. Okay, let's go take a look at the forge, because really that thing shouldn't be running without anything to do. We can at least be making bullet casings and bullet tips. Looks like casings maybe not so much, but bullet tips it can. Let's grab our brass and dump it in here. we're gonna go and sell these handlebars to Bob over here and see what else we can buy, if anything. I think he resets tomorrow, so it might be just worth holding on to what we have. All right, 5184, not bad. I'm gonna buy some of these motion sensors. Does he have a spotlight? He has one. Okay, we're gonna buy that. And I think that's it. I think we're gonna wait to see what he's got for sale tomorrow. He does have some pipe bombs. Yeah, you know what? We can keep building more handlebars. Let's stock up on pipe bombs.
No money back guarantee.
Because we're gonna need a ton of explosives just like we did last time. In fact, maybe even more than we had last time. Thinking I'm gonna block this off too. Zombies are gonna get stuck trying to get through here, I think. Okay, so this is the side we're digging down over here. That means knocking this down as well. Because we want this to be a flat face so that they can fall down. We don't want them to get hung up on anything. Okay, let's make sure we don't get dropped here. And it looks like the zombies did most of the digging for us anyway, so there's not really a whole lot of work we need to do here. In fact, we're probably not even going to repair these. These are way too high up. Okay, so this is the part. So I think it might be hard to see. I don't have a light in here, do I? This is where the steel cup is going to begin here. So I'm gonna see about maybe just crafting the blocks directly rather than upgrading. Yeah, it's gonna take way too long. We don't have time for that. Okay. We're not gonna have enough steel to do the whole thing, but it's enough to get it started. So we're probably gonna want a steel cup that's gonna go up as high as 2 blocks. We might hop into the back of it and just add some additional concrete and see if that'll hold. We're not going to add much height to this. Yeah, we're not going to connect it to the blocks that are missing up top. This should do it. We just need enough that they're not going to get they're not going to fall behind here, but I think this should work. We're going to need way more steel than what we have right now. Yeah, even the 76 we're building here is not going to be enough. We're going to have to gather steel. Definitely just hear screamer sometimes, and then there's no screamer. Okay, let's go ahead and do some gathering since the iron is right nearby. Probably even gather some lead. Oh, let's get our hard hat first. Alright, 14,000 iron. That'll do for now. Gotta get that cooking right away. And yeah, I guess we'll have to grab some lead. We're really low on bullet tips. Oh man. Okay, those points are going into advanced engineering because we need to increase our speed there. And with the cement mixers and pretty much everything. Alright, we're gonna call it there. It's not a whole lot of lead, but we don't have much time and we gotta make the cut at some point pretty soon. Got a decent number of casings, but our bullet tips are looking paltry. Gunpowder not so great. We still have a ton of iron to process, and this bellows can only help so much. Concrete's actually looking pretty good. I'm not too worried about that. We don't even need the upgrades for this, at least not yet. I think we're gonna have just a pretty big oversupply of that. Well, I'm thinking, I say that, and I'm currently sitting on less than or a little over 1,000. So actually we're burning through it pretty quick. And we still have a lot to expend here. So actually, yeah, it might be worth doing a bellows, doing an anvil. But that'll have to be for next episode. So this one kind of more of a filler episode. We did have the excitement with the screamer, but I hope you guys can see what I'm trying to do here, and we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping next episode I'll have it in a more complete state, and we should have it ready by day 42. However, the snow biome trip, we're going to have to really increase our steel and concrete production, so that bellows and that anvil are going to become a necessity. Luckily, that point in advanced engineering is going to get us through processing more concrete faster. Now, it looks like we have a decent amount, 1600, but we still need another, I don't know, 6500. So that's a decent amount that we still need. And before we make the cut, let's check on our veggies. Still growing, huh? Well, be nice if you hurried up, but none of my business, I suppose. All right, and if you had a good time watching me almost get killed at the Savage Country again, hit the like button, hit subscribe. As a reminder, I've got that second series that's a fast biome progression. We are moving fast. We are in the burnt forest. We have a base built, and we have our first blood moon coming up. And I am feeling not entirely prepared. We got hit with a screamer pretty hard, but hey, it's the first blood moon. How bad can it be? And with that, I will see you guys next time.